my wellness travelers. This is Dragonwolf. This is your week reading, and I've already pulled a few cards, and it looks a little interesting. It is in the realm of your money, your finances, and it is a new perspective that is being needed here. You have new opportunities, but there's also a lot of fear around these opportunities. I've got the Ace of Pentacles, and this is about your money. Okay, this is really about your money. This is about finances. This is about bills going out. This is about money coming in. This is about something cropping up that's new. Now, the new that could be cropping up could be in a positive way, but it really depends on how you perceive it. And it also depends on how you handle it. Right now, you have a 10 of Pentacles, so you do have prosperity and abundance. Now, that doesn't mean that you've won the lottery type of abundance. We're talking about you're comfortable. There's a comfort that you have, and so that's abundance. You're in a good, comfortable space. Now, that means that you're making enough money to cover your bills. That means that you've got a home that is comfortable. We're not talking about having wishes and desires and wanting more. It doesn't mean that there aren't repairs or new things needing to be bought or that type of thing. It doesn't mean that you don't have debt you need to pay down or pay off. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you're at a decent, comfortable level. That's where I'm feeling right now. But there is something, and this is the 7 of Wands, that is coming in that is about to attack that. You're feeling an attack. You're feeling a discomfort, a dis-ease, like you have to fight. And this is coming up this coming week. It may not fully manifest where you have to deal with it this coming week, but it's going to enter your realm where you're going to have a conflict. And this conflict could be somewhere where it's a new bill, there's a new charge, something has gone up in price, someone is wanting you to do something with your finances that you're not comfortable with. There is possibly something that you've been putting off that you haven't dealt with, and you're finally having to deal with it. And this is where, and I have the King of Swords, and this is where wisdom, this is where your mind needs to get involved, not your emotions, your mind. And it's not necessarily all on your shoulders of wisdom. There are others that have the ability that have worked hard in whatever realm it is. Now, if this means a financial person that you need to speak with, if this is doing a research on YouTube or something to find someone who is in this realm that understands what you need, if this is someone that needs to discuss with you how to pay off your debt, start getting out of that trap. If this is something to do with family matters where you've got things, whatever it is in your financial realm that is being under attack, that's starting to show itself, your fears are hidden and you need to draw on your own wisdom, but there is more wisdom out there on what to do. And I feel as though that you have some, but you don't have all answers. So for you to handle the fear that's going to be coming up with this, that's facing this, and I'm not saying it's not something that you have to be afraid of, but it's going to hit. It's going to trigger something, and it's going to trigger your security, your home, your comfort. This is where it's hitting, and that's why you're going to feel attacked, is because it's like, what do I do? What do I do? And so this is where the wisdom comes in. This is where putting your emotions into a more calmer state, and realize when they do rise, it is because you are having a trigger. You're having a trigger because it is facing a security. This is where it is. It's security. That is the word that keeps coming to me, is your security. So whatever area that means, but it still feels like it's very much in the home, because that's where we get our security. We feel very comfortable in our home. We feel comfortable when we have all our bills paid. We feel comfortable when we have food in the refrigerator and in the cabinet. We feel comfortable when everything is functioning the way it's supposed to. But whatever this is, you have some wisdom, but look beyond your own wisdom to get a full answer. Do not leap into the fear. Do not jump into it. Do not let that rise. know that when it hits, because there will be some concern, some fear that rises, know what that is, know it's a trigger, and know that you need to calm yourself. So in saying that, we also have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is about your intuition, is about this higher wisdom, this tapping into your higher self. However, we're also seeing the Knight of Cups, which means that there needs to be some development here. So, which means that your fears are going to be clouding what your instincts are telling you. So this is where you think you're feeling the right thing and you feel like your gut check is on point. It's not. It's not. Your fear is actually canceling out your clarity with your intuition. So be mindful of this. This is a time to be really in tune with who you are and what you're about and what the situation is. Because if you allow your gut to be the sole movement of this, you will leap and make a mistake. You will cause more problem than you'll solve. It doesn't mean you can't fix it. It just means you're going to create something worse than it needs to be. That means you're going to create more hurdles to overcome. It means that you might have to go back and fix something. It means that you might have to redo something, because it would have been better if it was only done once, but now you have to go back and fix. You have to make new phone calls, you have to send more money, you may have to do a cancellation of something and then redo something. That's all that this is talking about. So allow yourself the mindfulness of the situation. Know you're going to be triggered in some form or fashion with a fear. Know that your intuition is challenged right now. Your gut is a wonderful tool. But our mind can, with our fears and our triggers, can start canceling it out, start edging it, turning it in a way that its purity would not be going into. And so with this, we also have the Empress. And so this is about home security. And I'm feeling very strong motherly vibes. And so this is, now regardless of gender, but this is motherly vibes, meaning this is what you take care of. So it could be pets, it could be humans, it could be even your job. Maybe you feel very nurturing in your workspace, but it has to do with your realm of what you're nurturing, what you feel like you're taking care of. But it's not coming from I have duties. It comes from a place of care and concern and love. And this is affecting this. So this whole area here is what we've been talking about, is family, security, home, all of that. And that area of your nurturing, you're going to feel like you're at a crossroads. And this is part of this. So the crossroads that I'm seeing, which is the Two of Swords, it's part with the Empress. So therefore, there is this place in your nurturing self, in your motherly vibes, whatever that is over, whatever that is taken care of, there's going to feel like there's this crossroads, this moment of, do I move forward? Do I stay and be patient and wait? Do I go a little bit to the left? Do I go a little bit to the right? There is a moment of decision, and it is in connection with this financial situation that's going to be coming up, this money situation that's coming up. It may not feel 100% part of it, but it is connected. So even if there is more to that nurturing motherly vibe that's coming up, and it might be having many layers, it is connected to this financial. So that's why it's coming up in this way. So for your oracle cards, the Balancer. So it's all about getting in balance. This is when we are being, again, as I've already stated, mindfulness. And the reason I use that word is because you need to have your mind, your conscious mind, understand who you are and where you're at. If you are having fear, acknowledge it. if you are anxious, if you are feeling lethargic, if you are scared, if you want to cry, if you want to run, if you are paralyzed and frozen, like I can't move, if you are feeling as though you don't know enough, if you feel, if there's an arrogant vibe coming up where you're like, you know what, I got this, and you know, it's fine. Be mindful of all that, because sometimes when we are, our confidence can be not necessarily from a healthy, wisdom, peaceful place. It can be from an arrogance of trying to force ourselves to say we can do something and we know everything when we don't, because we're afraid to not know something. This is knowing yourself. So that's what we're talking about right now, is the balance, or be in balance with yourself. Know where your faults are. Know where you're weak. And I use the word weak because we are not 100% perfect in anything. We're great and awesome in some areas. We are in transition in other areas, and then we are not as strong in other areas. And wherever there is an area that you really need to work on, an area that a lot of fear rides and takes over, an area that needs healing. So it's a level of weakness, because that means that you have a tendency to leap. You have a tendency to be emotional and run with whatever it is. You have a tendency to allow the fear to take over. And that's where the weakness is. That's what you need to be looking at, but also your strengths. Because your strengths can help you heal these other parts of you that need to get stronger, that need to be healed. So it's about balance, and that's in this, what we've been talking about is balance here, is being mindful of who you are, what this situation is bringing up, and resolve that. You have not only wisdom for yourself in this area, but you also have resources out there. And this is one of those places where you don't have all the answers. And it could be as simple as doing a Google search and seeing an article and getting some more information. It could be asking a friend that has a lot of wisdom in this area. Whatever it is, you need a little bit more to round this out. So the other part of this, and this has to do with you, this has to do with your inner self, that this is going to be triggering and bringing up, is the Curious card. And this means, see this as an opportunity for growth. See this as an opportunity for healing. See this as an opportunity to see another aspect of you. And that's exciting. It's fearful stuff when we look at ourselves, but it's also exciting because it's an opportunity to grow. And also look at, this is the Daydreamer, and what that means is not just being curious, but being excited, having a wonder about yourself. Who are you wanting to be? Where are you trying to go? This is going to be bringing up, whatever this is this week in this realm of the money, is bringing up a trigger, bringing up something that you need to face. So we're going to get balanced. We're going to be mindful. We're going to be checking ourselves. We're going to get curious about ourselves. We're going to be seeking wisdom. We're going to be making sure that our fears are not running roughshod over us. And we're also going to daydream. We're going to say, okay, well, I don't want to be thus and so. So who do I want to be? Where do I want to go? How far can I take this? And let that inspire you with this healing. And the Perceptionist. And what this is saying is being, again, mindful, being perceptive, looking at yourself. Again, we're not perfect. I'm wearing this on my head so that I look okay, because I haven't had a chance to color my hair. So I didn't think that that would be attractive. I didn't think that would be looking good. I haven't had time. For me, I was being perceptive of myself. I don't have the look I want to project. So therefore, I'm doing this. And that's okay. I still like the look. But it's one of those things where it's like, I needed to do something for me. I needed to do something where I felt like I am projecting my face in a positive way to the viewers. And I like the look, so it worked out, but I haven't colored my hair yet. I haven't had time. My life has been too busy over the past few weeks. And you sometimes just don't have time to do certain things. But I like to have a certain visual, as we all do. We all want to project ourselves in a visual way to the world and to ourselves. And this is also being perceptive of who you are and what you're about and where you're going. And so in this realm of money, check it out this week. Be mindful of yourself. This is a healing moment. This is a growth moment. And this is Dragonwolf. You can check me out on Instagram and you can follow me there. You can also go to my website at kathyshandesign.com. Please hit the subscribe button, notification bell, hit the like button so that YouTube knows that I'm doing good work here. I love you and enjoy this week. It's going to be quite a ride.